Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Centiskorch here in the Ultra League. But not only that, we have another fun one to use. We're going to be using Rollout Blastoise. That's going to be its newer quick move that it's been updated for the season, as well as Cradily with Rock Tomb, which Rock Tomb has had a nice little upgrade to it as well. And this team turned out to be pretty nice. So let's see what we have going on here and have a little fun. So yep, this Cradily is going to be completely maxed out. And that Centiskorch is a 14, 15, 15. I just went with it. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to max it out. I don't have enough XL candy for that right now. But I'm going to probably wait for the Gigantamax form of it. Now, I am going to be going with Ember, Crunch, and Lunge on the Centiskorch. Okay, so you could go with Bug Bite. That's also another option as well. And it does have another option for Heat Wave, but Heat Wave is currently just bad. Now, Centiskorch is going to be weak, of course, to Rock and also Flying and Water, but resisting Bug Fairy, Fighting, Ice, and Steel, and then have a massive resistance to Grass because, of course, well, it's going to be Bug and Fire typing. Will help it take a little bit of a resistance to Earthquake, or at least Ground-type moves. But with that said, let's see what we have going on here. So, had a Froligator, that's a pretty nice lead. We're going to go ahead and throw the Rock Tomb here, get that debuff on them going. Rock Tomb does do quite a bit of damage, as well as lowering the attack every time. We will be getting stabbed from that Cradily and then swapping into our Centiskorch. Its performance, well, I mean, it was a fun Pokemon to use. I'm not going to say it, you know, a little squishy, I suppose. I would rather use Skeledirge, completely, but it's fun to test it out. It's a new Pokemon. I really do love the design, and it's, I wouldn't say it's the best moveset, but it could be worse. But again, Heat Wave is also garbage, so I think they're gonna maybe upgrade that one day. Who knows? And then you're gonna want to put Heat Wave back on everything that you took it off, including the ones that have a legacy on there. But anyways, we have the Froligator. Now, let's talk about Blastoise here. We are going to be going with the Ice Beam, of course, Hydro Cannon, and then the Rollout to gain that quick energy gain. It's just farming it up, building up that energy, bringing in a Palkia and going for an Ice Beam, which is, thank goodness they let that go. Because, well, yeah, it's not doing too much there, as it has a massive resistance to water. This thing's amazing. It's got a bit of tankiness to it. It can spam its charge moves. I'm having a blast with it. As a matter of fact, this is not the only time. I've been using it quite a bit. As you've noticed, I haven't really been uploading too much Go Battle League because, well, I'd rather prefer to report on the news here for now, as we've had a plethora of it. But Go Battle League, I just don't trust it. But I do have a little fun in it once in a while. Anyways, next game, we're going to be met with an Empoleon here. Do they have Metal Claw? And they have Waterfall. Sounds good to me, as that Steel would have been super effective. Going to go ahead and go straight for the Grass Knot here. They're letting it go. It's not super effective, of course, because of that Steel typing. We're going to go ahead and let the Hydro Cannon go. This Cradily can take quite a bit of hits here. Going for another Grass Knot. Maybe should have went for the Rock Tomb, knowing that they probably would have shielded that up. But hey, that's all right. And we get to another one. Let's go. Do they want to double shield this Empoleon here? And they do. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now, I wanted to bring in the Centiskorch, but I'm just going to go ahead and bring in Blastoise to farm up a little bit here. They're going to be able to hit me with two of these Hydro Cannons, which we're going to be able to absorb quite nicely. Going for a Drill Peck that time, doing a little bit more damage, right? And we're going to go ahead and go for that Hydro Cannon just to take them out before they get me too low. They are shieldless, and they're bringing in a Dragonite. Come on, if we can land this Ice Beam, we're good to go. Pretty much we can handle whatever is in the back with Centiskorch. And we're going to immediately swap, and they do have a Togekiss. Yep. Well, both of our charge moves are going to be resisted. That Charm is also being resisted by the fire, so they just back out. Well, we had two shields. That was pretty much a wrap. Next game, we're going to be met with a Primeape. This isn't great, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Blastoise tier and see. Of course, they're going to be going for... Okay, well, I mean, it's not of course. You could go Rage Fist or Close Combat Retreat. So Close Combat Retreat, bringing in a Jellicent. Okay, well, this is absolutely a horrible position for me to be in. Centiskorch does have Crunch, but it does take quite a while to get there with that Ember, so it's not the best position. And of course, we do have the Grass Cradily. Of course, we're going to be bringing that in. Nobody's used a shield on either end here. I think I may shield this up, thinking about not. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let that Shadow Ball go. Absorbing it, not bad. This thing is absolutely amazing. I really do love Cradily here. All right, they go down, they let it go. We immediately swap into our Centiskorch as they do bring in their Primate Peer, going for the Rage Fist, retreating into a Galarian Weezing. All right, now all this is resisted too. So yeah, we're not in a good position whatsoever. We have 2 shields, we lowered their attack. Maybe if we can get to another one and lower their attack enough, we'll be able to withstand the charge move here. Let's see what's going to happen. And they shielded up. All right, sounds good to me. Now we'll go ahead and let this go, holding onto that last shield. Brutal Swing, not doing too much. Quick Move, resisted. Fairy Wind, doesn't really do too much, but we are fire, so we are resisting it, taking even less. Shielding up that Brutal Swing here and catching with the Cradily. And that's pretty good, while we did farm up on the energy with the Centiskorch, bringing in the Primate here. I might be able to pull this off. It's going to probably be a pretty close one here. I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, but let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, it's a wrap. Okay, well, at least we tried. That's okay. We tried. All right, going down by the Rage Fist, and yep, that is a wrap there for us. Oh, well, it happens, folks. Let's keep it going here. All right, we will be leading with Cradily the entire time here, so let's see what we're going to... Galarian Moltres. Okay, well, this is great, as a matter of fact, because we do have that Rock Tomb, but they're going to be swapping just in time. And what did they bring in there? A Chestnut. Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Centiskorch. Now, if they had Smackdown, we would be in a horrible place because it's going to be 4 times effective. But they don't. So more than likely, they had Frenzy Plant and Superpower. Let's see how much of Frenzy Plant. They're going straight Superpower. Okay, well, we could have maybe farmed them down and they came out of this battle with a lot of energy, but we're going to go ahead and shield this up and see if we can get to a lunge, which is actually going to do a decent amount of damage considering they are part dark. Also flying, but that looks pretty good to me, so we'll take it. Swapping into the Cradily, and we are going to be part grass, so Brave Bird still doing a decent amount of damage, getting to the Rock Tomb. I just wanted to hold on to the Centiskorch for now. They're letting it go, and we've used a shield. They have a Feraligatr setting it up, but we get to it. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh, I kind of wanted a shield, but we'll let it go. We have a Blastoise. So what we're going to do is bring in Centiskorch. Hopefully we can get to, well, I don't think we're getting to no charge move. We just want them to use their energy at this point. Oh, we're going to shield up. Okay. Getting to the lunge, lowering the attack. This is their last Pokemon. They're going to use a shield. All right, we have Blastoise, which is now going to be taking even less damage than we would have initially, as we did lower the attack. Crunch, not even doing that much, and they did not even get the debuff. So at this point, we just need to build up to 2 Hydro Cannons, and we should look pretty good here. Going to go ahead and throw the first Hydro Cannon. I was really loving this Blastoise. It's been putting in the work, so I need to get to 1 more, so actually 3 here, which we can get to in no time because of the quick energy gain with that rollout. I mean, it's an actually good Pokemon now. And, well, you can also use it in the Gigantamax and Dynamax raids as the Dynamax Blastoise with the rollout quick move to have a rock charge move, which is actually pretty awesome. All right, next game, taking that win there. Going to be met with an Ampharos. This is great. Electric to grass, not very effective. Fantastic. Going to go for that Rock Tomb. I'm expecting Brutal Swing. Yeah. And we're just going to go ahead and throw the Rock Tomb. Cradily, just absorbing everything. Yeah, I use it a lot, but I think it was more so in the Great League. But I was just impressed by how it's just able to take these hits. You know, granted, I am lowering the attack, so there's that to consider as well. Down they go. No shields have been used. We're still at about half health here. Bringing in Virizion, which is good. If they don't have Stone Edge, we're going to be looking fantastic with our Centiskorch. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in there. Swapping immediately and bringing in their Feraligatr. All right, so we're still in a pretty decent position here. Again, if they do have Stone Edge, we're pretty much screwed if we let that go. But otherwise, we'll be looking great as we do resist everything else. They're fighting as well as their grass, right? All we have to do is get the Feraligatr low enough and hopefully get a shield out of them here. And then we'll be looking even better. Still no shield. They're swapping back into the Virizion. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just let this go. And it is a Sacred Sword. Sounds good. So yeah, the bug will resist the fighting, and then the fire will resist the grass, right? And we're going for the lunge. There's no way this is a Stone Edge, so we're looking fantastic here, holding on to that last shield, really kind of bringing them down pretty low with the Ember. I wanted to use Bug Bite, I really did. I just kind of wanted to stick to the one quick move for this entire video, just so you can have a good understanding of how it works out. We'll try out Bug Bite another time, right? Alright, this is not the last time we'll be using this thing, but again, I'd rather use Skeledirge. But this thing does have some really fun playability for it. Cool design and all that, it's new and everything, right? Bringing back that Virizion, they have no more shields. I'm just going to go ahead and let this go here, even though we did have a Hydro Cannon. Bring in the Centiskorch to quick move them down and take the win with the Millipede. Let's go. Such a cool design. Its Gigantamax form is really awesome. Alright, next game, we're going to be met with an Armor Mewtwo. Let's talk about Armor Mewtwo. Folks, when are they going to be bringing that son of a gun back? I know that's one of the most anticipated, highly sought after legendaries that people really want, because it's not just cosmetically changed, it's also the attack is dropped but the defense is up, hence the armor, which is really awesome that it's just not a cosmetic thing. So you know, it's definitely pretty awesome to have that with Psystrike, because not only are you going to be hitting hard, but you have some defense going, and not to mention it just looks freaking badass, right? So wonder when they're going to be bringing that back, right? Anyways, we have a Giratina. Let's see how much crunch does to a Giratina here. That's quite a bit of damage. All right, it's a Centiskorch attack, not looking bad over here. Bringing in the Blastoise at this point. I think we may go for the Ice Beam. Yeah, we're really frantically trying to tap on that one, aren't we? Gonna go ahead and let these go. Blastoise just absorbs everything. The thing is an absolute tank. If you had even better IVs, you know, lower attack, higher defense and stamina. Mine's what was that, like a 14, 15, 15 or something like that. Yeah, you'd be a little bit more tanky, right? And they do have an Articuno in the back, which is just perfect with our super effective Ember quick move, as opposed to having Bug Bite, which would have been resisted. But then again, we probably would see different types of Pokemon with the moves that we do have on there, so there's that to consider as well. But what we have in front of us here is absolutely amazing. We'll go ahead and shield this up and farm them down. We didn't really give them an opportunity to use their shield. That's why they had 2 left over there at the end. All right, next game, we're going to be met with a Licky Licky. We'll take it. We do resist the Body Slam, and the Shadow Ball is not going to be doing too much after we hit them with this Rock Tomb here. So let's see how much it will do. And the Rock Tomb just digging in. This update for it is just amazing. Putting a lot of other Pokemon on the map. Hitting me with an Earthquake instead. Still not doing too much, as Licky Licky's attack's not that great. And also it's not getting any sort of stab from it. And we have lowered their attack by 2 stages at this point. They've got Shadow Ball and Earthquake. Go figure. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and throw another one of these here. Letting it go. What you got for me? Still in the yellow. A Clefable. And it looks like we're going to be able to get to the Rock Tomb before they throw anything here. I mean, the Swift is not very effective. They're retreating with energy, bringing in a Feraligatr, but we get to the Rock Tomb. Now, I think it's more important to throw the Rock Tomb right here. Yep, 1, because they're shielding up, and 2, because, well, we just lowered their attack, and Blastoise is going to be able to take this a lot better. Now, granted, it is a Shadow, but, yeah, we still lowered their attack, and we needed that anyways. As the Hydro Cannon, it is starting to kind of dig in, as well as that Shadow Claw. Going to go ahead and throw the Hydro Cannon. They're also going to be taking more damage, because they are Shadow as well. And they're retreating into their Clefable. And going for a charge move, going for a Swift. We would have survived that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring in the star of the show, the Centiskorch, and go ahead and throw whatever at me. Swift is going to do it. Okay, let's see. All right, nothing to worry about here. I'm thinking they have like Moonblast or something, so we don't have to worry about shielding anything up. This is obviously another Swift. And we're looking fantastic. I think we might be able to get to a charge move here, unless they frantically throw it. All right, we do. So we're obviously going to get the last shield as well. Unless they just let it go and decide it's over. We still have 3 Pokemon over here. We'll go ahead and just bring in the Cradily so they can just waste up that energy. I don't think we really needed to do that because we do have a shield left, but that's okay. We take the win with the Blastoise. Next game, what are we going to see here? A Empoleon. All right, we've seen this one before. Do they have Metal Claw this time? No, Waterfall yet again. And we are going to be going for the Grass Knot here. Getting staff from it as well because of our grass typing. Doing half. Let's go. Looking amazing. And I think we will shield this up. Okay. Shielding that up and going for the Rock Tomb here. I'm expecting them to shield. Okay, so there we go. We did it right this time. They don't always shield, so you have to consider that. Swapping into their Giratina, we're going to go ahead and lower that attack and then bring in our Blastoise here to have a little fun. Seeing that they've already used a shield, I'm pretty sure they're not going to want to shield up the charge move that we're going to be throwing with our Blastoise, and hopefully they don't think it's an Ice Beam, so let's see what happens here. And they let it go, doing a ton of damage. Now at this point, I'm going to farm them down with a quick move. I think I do. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think we're comfortable enough to do that. Oh yeah, definitely. So they're going to be able to get to another one, which is, I think we still might be in the yellow. Oh, nope, barely in the red. Let's go. But we have a ton of energy. We're just going to blindly throw the Hydro Cannons. I do believe that was an Ampharos, but we're able to get to another one here, putting on the pressure. Will we get a shield out of them? And we get the last shield. Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and just bring in the Centiskorch as they do swap into their Empoleon. We swapped out of that Cradily, shielding this up. Hopefully we can farm them down here. And unfortunately, I screwed this up, folks. Yeah, I screwed this one up big time. But is it completely over? I don't know. I think we might be able to outpace this here if we can get to the Rock Tomb. Oh, boy. Look, Cradily, you're the tank, right? And we survive it. The quick move's not enough after that. If they can even throw one, getting to the Rock Tomb, and this should be enough. Nope, not enough. Oh my gosh. Well, should have went for Grass Knot. I think that would have been just enough to push them over the edge. They get to the next Brutal Swing and take that win. Good game. All right, next one, we're going to be met with a, hey, there it is. There's my Skeledirge. Immediately swapping. They don't like that rock that I have on here, and bringing in a Drapion. So we're going to go ahead and let this Crunch go. All right, no problem. We're going to throw the Rock Tomb, lower the attack. You know, the same song and dance here. I don't really want to bring in Blastoise because I want to save that for the Skeledirge. And Centipede, or Centiskorch, doesn't like to go up against Skeledirge because, well, it is part bug and it does take a lot of damage. It's not the tankiest thing around. Since we're in a decent position here, we're just going to go ahead and hold the line. Crunch, not enough to take us out. Getting to the next Rock Tomb. Gonna win this matchup here. Do they want to shield again? Did they shield once? No, they haven't even used their shield quite yet. That's okay. All right, Skeledirge farming us down, which is perfect as we do have the Blastoise ready to go here. And we're looking fantastic. I mean, Shadow Ball is going to do a decent amount, so we'll go ahead and shield that up. Calling the Shadow Ball, and they swap. What did they just bring in? We go for an Ice Beam. What was that? Oh, Guzzlord. All right, so they did shield it up correctly. Now, Bug is super effective to Dark. And that is part Dark. So are we going to be able to get there? It takes for frickin' ever. This is where you're going to love to have Bug Bite right here, going up against Dark-type Pokemon, or this one particularly here, I suppose. But we have Ember, but we have been in matchups where Ember helps us out, right? Going for another lunge. And doing, look at that damage. Retreating with energy, pretty smart move. So the reason why they did that is so they can preserve their attack, all right, do more damage later. We lower their attack, so they're bringing in their Skeledirge, which is a smart idea. We're going to go ahead and just take them out before they get to another charge move here. We want to maintain some of that health, and we should be able to get to the Ice Beam, but they're back out because they know it was already over. We take that win. Let's get it on. All right, folks, we've got a couple more here for you. What are we going to see next? A Haxorus. Show me Dragon Tail. Beautiful. Counter would have been super effective. We don't really want to see that, although it probably would have been at the same level of health anyways. All right, hitting me with a Breaking Swipe. We're going to go ahead and just throw the Rock Tomb. This thing's going to take a ton of damage. Look at that. Look at that's crazy. Lowered their attack. We will be able to survive the next one here. Don't know if I overtapped there or what, but sometimes it skips a frame, but who knows? Or maybe they were just able to beat me. Who knows? I keep saying who knows because sometimes it just skips a frame and it doesn't allow me. But it looks like I was able to get there with the Skeledirge. Are you kidding me? Wow. That was just perfect. So we're going to bring in Blastoise, of course. They're swapping into their Feraligatr. And I'm really thinking, what the heck should I do? I'm kind of screwed in this situation here. So we're just going to go ahead and spam them. We're going to do as much as we can. Get a shield. We're going to get a shield after this. All right, we definitely need to shield this up and retreat. Or build up a little bit more energy and bring in the Centiskorch. Okay, we're going to see if we can get a shield out of them here. And they're shielding it up. Bringing in Centiskorch. And we're looking great. They swap into their Skeledirge just in time to catch the lunge with energy on their Feraligatr. I mean, that was well timed, I have to say. Good stuff. We survive it. Can we get to the crunch? I'm thinking, okay, I have to shield this up. I let it go. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, hitting that Hydro Cannon. This should be enough to take them out here, and it is. Great. Now we have one shield left. Is a Hydro Cannon enough to take us out? Or a Crunch? Can we outpace them? We get to the Hydro Cannon. This is enough. They have no more shields. We're going to take the win. We're looking good. Folks, thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
I finally did it. I'm the champion of the Pokemon League. Hurry up and come. Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!